athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. This is a high-octane battle. Nice counter. Not a lot of defense here at all. It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air con, as they say in the UK.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do you train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A perfect counter shot. And shoot. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter punching. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Stumbling around on Bambi legs. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. Let's get it started in round three. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little trick you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And down goes Douglas. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
I've got to see that again.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Punch, counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Douglas in that last round. You got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fight.
Here we go to the fourth round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out flash as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
That jab doesn't find a home. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. That hook doesn't score. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. A perfect counter shot. That hook just can't find the target. Nice counter shot. Only catching air with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punches are the best.
Both men step back for just a moment. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We know who has the power advantage, and we also know who has the speed advantage.
You've got to be like Oliver Twist, be a pickpocket, in and out, don't stand there and be so obvious.
Zhang is in trouble. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Let's start the sixth. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You don't want to trade shots. It's bombs away. They call it the Glory Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. That counter punch caught him clean. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
How about that time counter shot? This fight has a real good flow to it. That counter shot lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That left hook just missed. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You let them back into the fight that round. You got complacent? Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? You had everything in the bag, and now you've let him back into it. Nice round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man. Just get him on the end of the jab. You're getting your time in already. That right hand is beautiful. That's it. Just starts next round. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Great work.
Here we go. It's round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Beautiful counter shot. Lucky that hook didn't score. A perfect counter lands. How about that time counter shot? The perfect counter lands. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter punch. So much firepower here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. And we enter the 8th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. How about that time counter shot? Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
And we enter the 9th. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And the big bang just got banged. It appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Good counter punch. One punch could change the entire... Hold that thought! Zhang is in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And the big bang just got banged. That was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Together. Get your mind back on the job. That's a good work. That's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back. What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Start sticking a few body shots in.
And here comes the 10th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Zhang is in trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Did you see that? And now going for the finish. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he scores with the counter. And he scores with the counter. A chance to make history. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Very close round, and Buster Douglas goes to the canvas. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot.